she's tired. She got home about 25 minutes ago, so she's a bit tired. Gaute everyone, gaute magua, gaute renana, gaute matula, gaute cherry, gaute fern, gaute, same, yippee. She wasn't meant to go out today, right? So sorry that the stream's a bit later than usual. She's really full right now, so she's glad she's not making dinner. She's making food for tomorrow. So that's fine. She wasn't meant to go out today, so she's extra tired. But we got some good news, so she decided we're gonna go have a little, mother and daughter day. Turns out Truffle, naughty girl, though she's currently hongshoeing now, which is good. So she'll probably be in some good peace. But it also did mean that she didn't really check what she has and doesn't have in her home. So whether or not we have all the ingredients, she's not sure. But we'll figure it out together, everyone. We're gonna have a little fun time trying to figure out what we're gonna do. But it's fine. First, we have some pie crust because she's not making her own pie crust. She will, though, make her own butterscotch because she forgot to get butterscotch chips, which doesn't really exist in this country either. But she did not realize she doesn't have any. So, but to be fair, why would she? She's not really the kind of gal who would have it anyway, because she's not really a butterscotch consumer. Right, she's trying to think of how to do this. She's not really well versed in what butterscotch even is. It's butter and sugar. It's caramel basically, isn't it? But welcome. Right, do we have enough to make the pie? This is a big pie, to be fair. It's a pretty big pie crust. Should we make smaller pies? No, let's just roll it out. It should be rolled out. Right, it should be a bit more rolled out anyway. Yeah, it should be more rolled out. Thank you, Fanny. Thank you. Oh, she's big tired. Though, not to toot her own horn, right? But apparently it's not normal to be okay carrying 10 kilos all day. Because the amount of people today that was like, whoa, how are you not tired carrying Truffle? Because Truffle is very dog reactive, she had to end up carrying Truffle in a little dog bag for most of the day because she would just start trying to kill other dogs. Though she was really sad. She met this really lovely old, she was a really old, lovely Frenchie, and Truffle sniffed her and was semi-friendly, and then suddenly, click, lunge to kill. She can't even be friends with them anymore. Go damn. She felt so bad. She felt, because this dog would just randomly attack, and she was like, for fuck's sake. She did warn the owner. She was like, by the way, her dog has tried to kill other dogs. And they were like, it's fine. They look like they're friends. And to be fair, Tori thought they were friends too. Wrong. Truffle wanted to kill. So that went brilliantly, and Tori decided that Truffle cannot be friends with anything for a while. Which is a shame. She really at one point she will probably try to train it out of her. But today is not that day. Okay, right, we got our pie shape. Since the fear bias, you can't have around dogs that won't leave her alone, it sucks. Yeah, Truffle is if you're not human, you move biter. So that's not great for any dog-friendly events. Not Truffle, blame her boss owners. She does wonder though, like this dog is so dog reactive. How did the previous owners have her for a year with another dog? Like that's insane. How aggressive Truffle is. She's surprised that they survived. They lived long enough. You know, like they were okay with her long enough for a whole year. For a dog that dog aggressive. She felt bad for the other dog. You know, like for the French bulldog that they had before. She felt bad for it because she's like, damn, you live with this dog for like that long? Oh, so but good. She's surprised you're not at the Hololive like show thingy. You know, because a lot of gal pals are there today. Unless you are and you're just here, which would concern her. Why isn't it the first show right now? It's a shame because like she originally wanted to go, but because of the Mama stuff, like she didn't really want to go. Not really a Hololive fan. Yeah, but you like VTubers, you know? She presumes a lot of gals would just go because they're like VTuber fans. But it makes sense if you're not like a super big fan of them. Not really a Holo EN fan. It's just such an interesting thing because like, surely she would presume EN would be much more people's interest in JP because you can understand them more. She's not sure what your Japanese level is like, Matula, but like, she presumes your English is slightly better. More of an indie gal. What happens if your, you know, if like your Kamiyoshi goes, technically Tori's a corporal, so you know. Almost non-existent. How the fuck are you supporting? How are you watching subs? Guessing? You watch more Hololive JP than EN and you don't even understand them? Insane. Insane behavior, y'all. Y'all crazy. Impressive though. Yeah, she wanted to go, like, but it was just too much stuff. She didn't really want to plan to do anything. She won't lie. Didn't you do a big meetup in Japan? Yeah, but like, Matula just stood there being like, Nihongo wakarimasen. Like, which is crazy. Gaute Center, welcome. Shit posting while streaming? Yeah, you like Tori? To be fair, Tori's way of posting is quite professional, she thinks anyway. She doesn't really shitpost, because she doesn't know how to shitpost like a gal that's like new age. Tori shitposts in like a Facebook boomer way. She doesn't understand how to do it like how the kids do it nowadays, you know? No shit posting, just talking about shit. Listen, y'all seem to know her for one thing. And she doesn't even talk about it that much. But talking about, you know what? Because you brought it up, Thaiga, she'll talk about Truffle shit today. Because Truffle's calling out Mama Thaiga, right? Because Mama Thaiga's like, no, she doesn't feed Truffle, you know, anything bad for her. Guess what she saw in the shit? Things that Truffle should not be eating. She's like, this showed up somewhere, you know? Like, the proof is in the shit that she just picked up. Why is there a whole ass banana in there? Why is there chewed up banana in the shit? Mama? I was like, no, do a little bit. There was not a little bit in the shit, okay? One day there'll be a whole USB cable. One time, Truffle pooped in a way where, it was like, Truffle pooped in a way where it was a string coming out of her ass because she ate a toy, and it was not fun. Tori's more kayfabe-y? Talking about shit. Are you sure about that? she does admit she's definitely more like character based. She guess if she's more animated, but that's because she's the weird kid in school. You see, she's not popular. She's the fucking weirdo that tried to be friends with gals when she first moved to this country by growling at them. Sometimes you remember like a core memory from your childhood and you get embarrassed by it because you're like, why the fuck did you act like that? That was her. Did it? No! It did not work. They just thought she was weird. You know the only way she made friends? Like, at least, okay, she didn't make friends. She made acquaintances. Okay, she didn't get bullied. Was the only way was because she was the sweets dealer in her school. Yes! She pretended to go to be like a werewolf, okay? This was when she was like 10, right? So because she couldn't really speak English, again, ESL, like English second language, when she moved over, she didn't have any friends, and they put her in a class, right? Because when you're 10, they put you in a class with like people who already know each other. So she decided the best way is to be quirky, and you know, like, have you seen that meme when the wolf like rips the shirt open? That was what she was trying to do, okay? So they were like, yo, you're fucking weird, but it also did mean no one messed with her because they thought she was weird enough, you know, like she wasn't shy, she was just fucking weird. So they were like, nah, she will kill us. So she took that as a win because she used to get like made fun of for her voice in school. But like, because she was the sweets dealer, you don't mess with the dealer in school because you don't get them sweets for a good deal. And then everybody would be like, yo, you're bullying the girl with the sweet locker. So they never messed with her, which is great. But she has this core memory because she thinks about it sometimes and thinks, why is she so fucking weird? You found that amusing? Yeah, but not when you were like 10. You know, and this is before like anime was a thing. Because like her generation of school in this country anyway was if you liked anime, you liked hentai. Because that's all they knew about anime. Because they were, oh, you like anime, you must like hentai. So like, being an anime gal, and you have to remember, she had like fucking thick ass glasses and a bowl cut when she was young. So like, she did not look great. Listen, you remember those days? Yeah, so like when you're back in the school, back in the day, you know, not anymore. Now if you like anime, you're cool and you're normal. You're not anymore the fucking weirdo anymore. Which is, you know what, she's glad. How you come to the bottom of the crust? It makes sure that, so you stab the bottom of it for one, it makes it stop rising completely, and also it helps cook it evenly. But like, she's always been a little bit of a quirky kid, so she's not really sure if it's really kayfabe or just the fact that she was a lonely, weird child. Okay? She's just fucking weird, you see? So she doesn't have any pie beads, which is normally what you put in this to stop it from rising, so she's just shoving some aluminum foil in. So she's gonna shove this in a 180 for about 10-ish minutes. Cause she doesn't want to fully cook it, she just wants to partially cook it. So that's fine. There's also more, so listen, she's still a weird fucking kid, okay? Every time she thinks she's normal, she goes to like a normal people event. Because recently there was like a celebration for a company that she like does her tiger duties for. So it was a celebration full of old people. She don't fucking know what to talk to them about. She's like, oh, like what do you do for a job? What are you doing here? Fence management. Yeah, let's go for that. But she appreciates that you like her, Matula. She doesn't know why, but she appreciates it. She appreciates to know that gals think she's funny. Hydrated. And oh, the moes all hold up the kayfabe. The moes? You make us sound like lemmings. You make her sound like a lemming. The moes. To be fair, it's not like it's just who they are though. Like, it's interesting you call it kayfabe. It's just literally who they are. Okay, right. She used to make butterscotch. She's never made butterscotch before, but it's basically salted butter, brown sugar, and heavy cream. Basically, so that should be relatively fine to do. Oh, she forgot to change the thing again, sorry. Butterscotch and cinnamon. Oh shit, cinnamon pie and something else. There we go. She did it. She gets sounds of chili dog. She would not. Okay, right. Now she's forgotten what she was doing. Goddamn. She needs to get some sugar. So she needs a solid half of, no, more than half of this. This is a third, so we need just almost. I think so. Wait. Yeah, she's gonna wing it. Because what could go wrong by winging it? Kapti, rainbow, kapti. Also, sorry she forgets to gaude anyone. She has a bad habit of that. Okay, right. We need now to also cut up some butter. Hoping to make the VTuber concert next month though. Yeah, she really wanted to go to it. She really did want to go to it. But it is the night of the AnimeCon, and AnimeCon is a bit more important to her. So she's really sad. Like, she don't know why they picked that same weekend. But it is what it is. She gets it because Oshi Link is at the same night too. So it's a shame. But, you know, it is what it is. It's cute that they're doing more events though. Okay, she's gonna say about this much butter. This butter, she's not sure if butter goes off, but this butter is kind of old. She didn't realize how little butter she has. So she has to use this like slightly sus butter. Just slightly sus, you know, it's ever so slightly suspicious. AKA it's kind of old, but like butter doesn't go off, right? You know, it doesn't go off, right? Right? Friday AnimeCon, Saturday concert, Sunday Oshivision. That's a busy weekend for you. She says as she's gonna do a 3-con weekend. Okay, let's melt this butter. We will use once that melts down. This is salted butter, by the way, so we're already using pre-salted. Okay, melt that down. Okay, once that's all melted, we're gonna put all of that, and then we need a little bit of vanilla extract. You can't say Oshi Vision without doing it like the Chuckle Vision. Oshi Vision. Oshi Vision. Cow, cow. Bum, bum, bum. Are you coming to MCM? Any of the gals coming to MCM? Cause she hopes you're going on the Saturday. Frosty's a good gather. You want to support the event? Yeah, you should. Ow, she can't open this. Please. She needs to open the vanilla extract. She doesn't have anything that could help open it. Her teeth are too weak. They're a baby right now. Her teeth kind of hurt from trying to bite it just now. Okay, wait. She did it. We're still need to book a hotel? See? If Mama Thaiga was not here, you would be allowed. You could stay with Tori, but Tori does, like, not live nearby, so, which is a bit of a shame, but. Okay, right. Butter, truck that in. Okay. Melt it up, melt it up. Make her own, make her own. Melt, 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 melt. Melt, melt, melt. Once it's melted, add the heavy cream. Mix, 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 mix. Bring to a boil. Continue mixing. There we have it, butterscotch. Okay, boiling now. Okay, and that will go straight into our mix later on. There you go. Let's put, enjoy your walk, Renana. You broke a tooth when you were a kid taking Lego apart? Too scared to know what you just tried? She bit, and you can see, fresh Tori Thaiga, teeth marks. For 10 bob, she'll post this slightly gross looking lid to her vanilla extract. 10 bob. Okay, once it's off the heat, little bit of vanilla extract. Matula, you're up. Can you imagine now? Like, can you imagine receiving a chewed up lid from a VTuber? Even she would be like, she'd think you're a bit sus. Done at 26 May trip. You keep forgetting about it, and it's now a month. 26 May? Is something happening then? Is she forgetting something? Is she forgetting something important? Is there something that she should be remembering? Okay. Kate 20, Kate. Okay, she has her butterscotch all ready to emerge. Gal making pie, you're curious now? Were you never curious before? Was it never curious enough for you before? She's also making her own butterscotch because she forgot to buy any. But it's fine. Okay, right. She'll need that in a bit. So, here we go. We have our butterscotch, which is basically caramel. Same bloody thing at this point. Okay, right. Our pie crust is par-baked, which means it's ready to be filled. Gonna turn the heat back up. There we go. We have our pie crust that's half-baked. Perfect. TP always here, just peeked it. Ah, she gets it. She gets it. No surprise events. Okay, so now. Oh, theater. Okay. She was like, oh, does she have an event she forgot about? Ooh, this butterscotch, nice. Oh, it's very Waffles original. very Waffles original. Okay, right. She needs another one of these tiny bowls because we need to put some of the ingredients together now. So, for our pie, we need a lot of eggs, but we only need one full egg and the rest are egg yolks. So, okay, one full egg. Werewolf. It really does taste like Werewolf's Originals. It's quite cool. I think it's quite quirky. Right, what else does she need? She needs 4 eggs. She needs to take the egg yolks out. And we'll have egg whites to work with afterwards. So she needs to think about what to do. Sometimes people make meringues to be put on top of these pies. But she doesn't really like the concept of the meringues on top of it. She's not sure how the one in Undertale looks like. She's pretty sure it's just whipped cream on top. Okay. Use your paws. Get the egg yolks out. Pop that in. Pop that in. Pop that in. Okay, maybe she make meringue. She does have enough to make meringue. Okay, so we got our egg yolk. Truffle is dead to the world, which is very good. Gal was quite naughty. Right, and we need our nutmeg, cinnamon, a bit of salt, which she will grab that. Salt, vanilla extract, and we need some cornstarch. How are you there? Like, as in, how is she here, or is it like, how are you over there? Captain, welcome. Her day, it has gone pretty well. It's been very busy. Luckily, she managed to dodge the rain that came by, which is really nice, because she was a little bit worried about the rain earlier. But luckily, she managed to dodge it all before she got home, which is great. Alright, so we need cornstarch. You need a good enough scoop. There we go. Okay. We need 5 tablespoons of cornstarch. Just gonna just eyeball it because you're terrible. Butterscotch cinnamon pie. She's trying to make the Undertale thing and a little bit more. Okay, we'll put that off to the side there. And we need cinnamon. Okay. Cinnamon, about 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Actually, maybe more. A 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. Not too much nutmeg or else it'll just taste like pumpkin pie. Okay, right. We'll put a bit more. We want it to be very cinnamony. Mix 1 pot of amaretto to 3 pots of vanilla Coke. It will taste like butterscotch. That requires alcohol. And Tori is Asian and she will die upon the alcohol consumption. Okay, crush some sea salt in. Bugger, yeah, it's a bit of a shame. She used to be okay. Now she's not, which is really sad. But that does sound very good. Okay, she finished off. So you have to watch that dunk stream of hers? You mean dunk streams? There's not just one, gal. There's quite a few. Concerningly so. Okay, so we have our mixture. We're gonna just whisk it all together. Wherever her whisk may be, there it is. Until well homogenized. Using cornstarch is such a weird ingredient, but she's gonna follow what the gal says. Always a fan of sweeter alcohol? Just Ramune and Rokujin was her personal favorite. Thank you for following. Clive. There we go. Thank you so much. You're on the menu now. Thank you. Strong Zero tastes like shit. She won't lie. Like, if you're gonna drink calories, you might as well just like have something that's more enjoyable. Okay, so we have our little mixture. Next up, we're gonna melt butter, which is this whole block of butter here. Back in there you go. I wanna melt ya. Okay, then we're gonna need more sugar. So we're gonna have about 1/2 cup of brown sugar, which she's gonna use this pile here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're making mini butterscotch right now. We're all on the menu? Yeah, you all are. But depending on how delicious you are, you might end up there later on, you know? Like you get lower down the list depending on your icon. Captain Johnny, welcome. Whoa. Okay, once the butter is melted, melt the butter. Okay, pie is looking pretty good. Okay, pump. Melt the butter. So once the butter's melted, we're gonna more or less just brown it up. I'm gonna just shove the rest of that in there. Okay. We're making more butterscotch basically. why she's just using the same pot. Mix, 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 mix. Mix, 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 mix. Melt that all together. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Mix, 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 mix. Once that's melted, turn off the heat. Bring off the heat. Okay. Captain Conrad, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the membership. Thank you, thank you. Cinema Roll, thought you're baking that creature? It's made of clouds. So, wouldn't be a negative thing, would it? Welcome, welcome, Moon. Kate, kate. Right. So, we're gonna add our heavy creaming. Okay, and we're gonna add some milk in too. So mix, 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 mix. She's gonna just use actual whisk. Mix, 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 mix. You hope you like the One Piece poster we made of you? She has she won't lie. She has not looked at her social media for the whole day except for Twitter. So unless you tagged her on Twitter, it does not exist to her brain. Her little brain does not exist. But anything people make of her, she'll be very happy about. She gets very embarrassed when gals do anything of her for her. She's like, wow, you do that? Okay, oat milk, so she doesn't shit herself too much. It was in Discord. Oh, she hasn't seen it yet. She'll definitely have a look. Okay. Right. We got that. Every time she bakes, there's so much like mess. Every time baking commences, there's just so much things. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for the gifted membership as well, Magua. She can't believe Conrad just likes his gacha instead. But to be fair, Conrad always gets themselves all the time. Okay, so we're gonna whisk in our mixture of cinnamon and egg. Okay, we're now gonna also try to grab as much as we can. And try to think what she wants to make for food. Because she needs to meal prep for tomorrow, for her lunch tomorrow. She does have a lot of bread, so she was thinking of making some sort of like baguette with what she has, like a egg white scrambled with cheese. Didn't get one of those gifted ones the other day? Yeah, she's surprised about that. Though you missed 5 times. One day, yeah, you know what? She is surprised that you didn't get one from last time, from the many gals, which still confuses her to this day. She's still confused what happened there. Okay, and we're gonna boil it up. Once it's boiled, we turn down the heat and let it simmer until it's thick. And then we add our butterscotch sauce. Crypto gals are wild. It's the fact that it was a gal that she's never really seen them before. Thank you for the 31 bits. Thank you. She's not sure there's meant to be sound. But thank you so much. Thank you, Clavif. Can she give you a new name? She's dyslexic, you see, so whether or not your name comes out the right way when she says it is up to the linguistic gods. And that's mixing. She can move stuff. Mama Thaiga keeps on buying really random stuff. She now has a butter tray. Mind you, we don't eat butter that much. So like, she don't know why we have a butter tray. It's very fancy. It's very fancy. Like, it's a very fancy, it's one of these ones. Look at that. How fancy is that? You know, you put a little lid on it, and it's, there we go. You can put it anywhere. She didn't even know you can leave butter out. That's a little bit odd to her, leaving butter out. Okay, right. Now is that boiling yet? We're gonna mix it, mix. It's quite light. We're expecting to be a bit darker, but maybe when it boils a bit, darkens a bit. All that oil. She's not sure when it says thicken, what that means, but she'll figure it out. She'll figure it out when it does its thing. You watch nothing but anime and YouTubers like Jacksepticeye and Markiplier and Tori Thaiga, apparently. Well, to be fair, you don't watch it on YouTube, so that's fair enough. Has she ever seen you on YouTube side? She's trying to think. She hardly sees you on the YouTube side, so maybe that's why. Maybe you should have her on both accounts. You see? That's how. She'll create it for you. Okay. And that is, she does have cornstarch in there, so it should starch it up a bit. Okay, right. Well, while that's doing its thing, we gotta think about what we're doing for food. She does have some steak. She can cook up a quick, like, steak baguette, but she feels like that needs to be eaten today, or else it won't be good. You know, like, she feels like it needs to be eaten today, or else it just won't taste as good. Okay, when it's boiling, we can bring it to a simmer, but it's not boiling yet. But it's definitely thickening, which is good. Okay, she's gonna bring it to a simmer to let it thicken out. And we're gonna add all of our butterscotch sauce. Okay, I'm gonna turn the heat off because it's very much thickening up now. Mix it in, mix it in. Okay, as that's thickening up, we can, put a glove the right way around. We can pour it into our pie crust and really hope that the bit that has burnt and cooked is not what we need to fill up the pie. Whoa. Okay. Whoa, we burned a bit of that. Cornstarch is easy to burn now. That's gonna be fun to wash later on. Whoa, it smells very good though. It smells very, it smells like Werber's Originals. Right. When you ask how Truffle is, she's sleeping right now. Yeah, she hung chewing, so don't wake her up. Right. Okay, We have our pie. Shove the pie in at like 180 for 20-ish minutes. 20 minutes. Pop that in the oven. Make sure you can hold it without dropping it. Be careful of your little fingies. Close that up. Then cry about the fact that you have a really ugly saucepan you have to wash later on. Do you have a spoonful of butterscotch sauce? Welcome. If Truffle comes out, she'll offer you her paw on screen. She'll offer you one of her paws on screen as a little treat. She does though need to redo her water because she's managed to shove one of her kibbles into the water. Well done, Truffle. Okay, right. What do we make for our food? She's still so full because she had a really late lunch. She had a lunch. Her first meal of the day was at 3 p.m. So she's quite full right now. But she needs to think about what to make. She has a lot of. She has guanciale. She has egg yolk. Many hums today. She needs to decide whether she wants Asian or Western right now too. To be fair, there's not much you can do Western-wise with egg white. She has kimchi. She's a lot of kimchi. She made a lot of kimchi. Leave her toys in the water and sit there with her ears dipped in. Gotta train that doggo. The doggo is like 5 years old. The doggo has more issues than just the fact that she dropped a bit of her kibble in. This dog is a silly dog. But she's trying. Sadly, she did almost kill a dog today because we thought the dog finally became friends, but no, she wanted to murder it. Right, we could do a white omelette. White egg omelette with tomatoes. Truffle is a problem child. She thinks Truffle had probably got attacked by a dog once because we don't know any of her history from her being born to about when she was about 4 years old, because her medical history only goes up to when the dog was like 4 years old for some reason. Like, there's no medical history of this dog before that. So she doesn't know what happened to the dog. She thinks she's had babies before. So maybe that's why. Goes very into herself and scared. That's very sad. Truffle is very into herself. And only herself. Right, we have egg white. She's gonna put some stuff away. But because Truffle is very tired today, she's actually been very well behaved, which is rare. Very rare. Right. What should we do? We have quite a few things she could try to use. She got Too Good to Go from Morrison's. So we have a lot of random assortments of vegetables and shit. So maybe she'll turn something like this and make it a baguette. She has a lot of tomatoes. She might turn this into a big fancy omelette. She got a whole bunch of vine potato tomatoes. She got these two quite ugly, quite fucked up peppers. So she might turn it. Truffle's a psycho, it's a spirit animal, Jason Voorhees or Michael Myers. Yeah, but she's the Michael Myers of dogs specifically. We love this is not wonky, fam. She thought it was moldy at first because it was so like scarred. But it's fine, it's still edible. She got a lot of stuff for like really cheap, so she's not gonna complain about it. But she wants to try to figure what to do with it now. So because she has quite a few things she could try to do with it. She does have the hell is that? Oh, grapefruit. Yeah, she got a grapefruit and then she had a giggle about said grapefruit. She got 3 bags of salad, so that could be maybe her dinner tonight because she's quite full. So maybe that could be her dinner, but she might put it in her. Okay, she also got a Wenzel's one, which means she has 2 giant fuck off baguettes. Jopion says hi, hello. Hello. She says hello too. She has 4 baguettes actually. She has 4 baguettes, egg white, and some more eggs. She does have more eggs. Tomatoes, peppers. She could definitely make a meal. It will transmit it to wife. Does wife not hear her? Okay, wait. Can you put the PC or whatever on loudspeaker? Okay, let her know when we done it. Let her know when you done it. Loudspeaker, okay. How was that? How was that? You all enjoyed that? How was that? Scale 1 to 10. That's not the time to resubscribe! That's not the time to resubscribe, Rachel! She cried? You're welcome. What was that? Kate, Rachel, thank you so much for the resub. Thank you. That was her throwing the biggest raspberry she's had in ages. Or was it? You'll never know, right? We need to make something with these breads because this one's getting a bit stale now. Okay, right. Anyway, back to making actual food. Let's not get distracted. Okay, we'll put the egg white in there. We're gonna add 2 more eggs in with the egg yolk inside. We could also make tamagoyaki. No, let's make omelette, like a nice simple omelette, which will be nice and simple and fun. Okay, she's gonna just quickly wash this basic wash, aka shove it in water. Okay, big egg. Right. Okay, now we shove that there. We get a knife out. And we're gonna cut all of these. Should we roast them? Because we already have the we could roast them. Because roasted tomatoes would be quite nice. Like we could shove some olive oil, put them on the roast. Or do we mix it straight? No, because we're gonna have peppers inside there already. It's what happens when you don't plan anything, everyone. It's what happens when you don't plan anything. Okay, right. Because it'd be nice to have them roasted, because they're still quite pretty. Roast with a crack of salt and olive oil. Because we also have a spare lot of tin foil too. Let's check on our pie. It's looking good. Okay. Right. Kate, welcome. Okay, tomatoes. Right, so olive oil. Oh, her legs. Oh, she did like 15,000 steps today. Oh, she's an old lady. Where is her olive oil? So we have some olive oil. Okay. Right. Olive oil cleansed. And simply crack our salt and pepper. And we're gonna shove it into the oven. Seems like a lot. It is a lot, but it will be very tasty. So pop that into the oven. Okay, let that do its thing. When that happens, we're gonna cut up this slightly ugly ass pepper. Okay, we can try to use as much as we can in terms of the food. She wants to make enough to fill 4 baguettes. Because she doesn't really know what else to do with these baguettes. She's not really a sandwich kind of gal. Because we can make some nice filling. We can add some ham once everything is done. Eggy bread. Like a French toast. Possibly. But then French toast kind of gets a bit stale. She doesn't have any more butter. Oh, she does have butter. She could do a garlic bread. But it feels like garlic bread's a side, you know. It's not really a dinner. But she will do something. Do not fret. She will figure it out. This feels like a normal kitchen day when she's not streaming, aka she just does whatever she has in her recipe, in her kitchen. Which is quite fun. It does lead to be quite fun. Croutons up the wazoo. She hates making croutons. It takes so long, and she gets lazy with croutons. She gets so lazy with croutons. Just keep it fry up for a bit, surely. That makes like croutons that will go off though. To make actual croutons that don't go off for ages, it takes like an hour in the oven. Low cook. If she could eat it immediately, yeah, she would just air fry it. Kate, welcome. Hello. She's currently just weighing some ingredients into a giant omelette, which she's gonna shove into some baguettes for her lunch. Because she has quite a bit of things to try to finish up and eat. She does also have a block of cheese left, so she might finish up that cheese too. Peppers. Nice full of peppers. She doesn't really have omelette very often. Okay, does she want to add another one? Because there's quite a lot of pepper in this already. It's a whole pepper in this. It's a whole ass pepper. Quite a lot of pepper. She could keep the red one for another day. Because we're going to have roast tomatoes in it already. So maybe she'll keep this one for another day. Okay. Right, time for seasoning. We're gonna go basic. We're gonna go straight into just making it out of salt, pepper, and MSG, aka her weird mix from Costco. Okay, not too much. mix, 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 mix. Get that flavor in. Okay, right. It's gonna be a very veggie heavy baguette. She feels like she needs some meat. She does have some meat. Okay, you see this over here? Now she just use the same panel. Ooh. That's good shit right there. Okay, heat that up. Let that heat up. We're gonna grab our spatula. While that thing is heating up, we might shove... No, we won't shove the bread into the air fryer because we don't want it to be crispy because she wants it to last. What can we fill this in? She does have some wafer thin chicken slices, but she doesn't really trust it because it's been in the fridge for ages. But it does look fine. But she doesn't really trust it opened. She does have some ham. She's taking this ham. Mama Thaiga will have to deal without this random ham she has. Has she got leftover rice? No. There's like nothing in the house right now. Except a lot of vegetables. Okay. We're gonna just shove this in. Make a nice little omelette. Which she will turn into slices that she will turn into some pies. Not pies, some breads for her lunch. Because she's still really full from eating that. She gets some, there's always food. She'll never say that she has no food in her home. There is always food in this home. Because she's an Asian household. The concept of no food in an Asian household is insane because there's so much instant noodles as well. But she hasn't been eating as much instant noodles because Mama Thaiga doesn't really eat them. She doesn't really want her mom to eat like unhealthy. Okay, cook up those. She could add the cheese. No, she doesn't actually want cheese in this one. Okay. What a weird looking omelette, you know? What's in your omelette? Just green peppers? The heat is not high enough to flip it either. You think she can do it? She doesn't think she has enough arm strength to flip it. Yeah, it's still too wobbly. No, still too uncooked. Okay, right. Pop that together. Oh no, she fucked up. She fucked up. That's fine. Okay, that would be good to fill the baguettes with. What can she do? She got the tomatoes coming. We got mini bell peppers. She got that. Okay, scrambled omelette. It's not really an omelette at that point, right? But it's fine. She's gonna cut this up anyway. Into equal pieces for how many baguettes do you think this will fit? She doesn't think it's gonna fit all 4 baguettes. She thinks only 2, weirdly enough. 2 baguettes. This is a 2 baguette. Okay, let that cook its thing. This is a lot of bell pepper in 1 baguette, but that's fine. Okay, heat is off. Stop that up. Try and fit 1, then struggle eating it. That's a lot. That's quite a lot. Okay, that's 4 eggs basically. Okay, how is the pie looking? The timer did go off, but she might add another 5 to it because it doesn't look fully cooked yet. But it does look really good, but it doesn't look fully. Yeah, it looks like it's not fully cooked yet. That's fine. Okay, 5 minutes. We'll just add 5 minutes every time to see. Okay, do you think this would suit white baguette? White baguette or or seeded baguette? White baguette, seeded baguette. White baguette, seeded baguette. What are we feeling, gals? What are we feeling? What are we thinking? So Gate Dave, she forgot to say if she said white or both? What, 1 each? No, that's too. That does not make the brain happy. White is fluff. She needs to check if these are still okay. She did get them yesterday, but you know, you never know. Hello, baby. Hello, Truffle. Hello, baby. Hello, little game. Little girl. Okay, as promised, she'll bring Truffle. Which cabinet shall she bring it? Bring her to. Hello, Truffle. 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 Truffle paw. Paw. No, not licky the ball. Truffle paw. Squish, squishy, squishy. Squishy, squishy. Squishy, squishy. Thank you so much for the resub as well, Dota. Thank you. She hopes you had a good day. You have a good day at work. For being good gal, you get little snack. Go baby. Good gal. Okay, right. Wash hands. Okay. Come in, yes. Truffle paw. Don't look what she's making because she is just doing what she calls clearing the kitchen, the oven. You're only halfway through? You could be fully the way through if you just leave. Did Truffle behave better after you prisoning her? Well, Truffle couldn't misbehave because the only way that Truffle misbehaves is because there's other dogs like around her. She doesn't really know why. This dog is like so dog reactive that any dog just sets her off. Okay, right. She got the 2 breads. She's trying to think how to set this up. Goodbye, Truffle. Oh, no. You want a little bit less? You will give a little bit of leaf. We can do a little bit of crisp lettuce. You're allowed some crisp lettuce. Yes. We give crisp lettuce to Truffle. It's not very crisp looking. Truffle just needs a dog friend? Yeah, she'll kill the dog friend, Karuto. Dog will die. She's really dog reactive, as in she wants to kill it because she almost made a friend. Not right, Truffle. You made a really nice 8-year-old Frenchie called Pie, and you sniffed her nose, and we thought, oh wow, maybe she'd be friends. She puts Truffle down from her dog prison, sniffs, no growling, lunge attack. This damn ass dog. Great. Go damn the dog. Should we make our own mayo? She ran out of mayo again, but she could just use Kewpie instead. But she doesn't want to make any more mayo. What does she have in her repertoire? She has no mayo because she keeps on using the mayo she makes. Maybe she'll use Kewpie. She's used Kewpie. Right. Kate, welcome. Yes. Shut that down. Okay. Bum. Some Kewpie mustard? She's not a fan of mustard. It exists in mayo, but she's not using it for this. She's not a fan of it on her glasses. Okay, pie. Her eyes. The steam of the pie is strong. The pie does not look done yet. But that is fine, right? Okay, a bed of vegetables. Because it's healthy. Paprika mayo is good overall. She needs to start making like weird mayos because now she makes her own mayo most of the time. It's not too hard to like make flavored mayo. She made a truffle mayo the other day. How's stream going? Stream is going. The pie is cooking. She's just making lunch now. So about to have fun at all. Thank you for coming by, Delta. Thank you. Okay, so we have 2 pieces of ham each, which leaves only a piece of ham left, which is kind of annoying. That's really annoying. She might just split it in half. Okay. That is done. Lunch is nearly, tomorrow's lunch. Makes her own mayo quite often. It's because she can never really finish a jar of mayo. You know, like the big portion. She never really finishes it, so she likes making her own. Because she just makes one portion, like, you know, 1 month's worth, basically. Okay, she got her. Okay, oil. It's a pretty thick ass baguette. She's not really sure how to store this though. That is a slight concern how she's gonna store this thing. Okay, right. We're gonna chop this up in half. This is gonna be. She's not sure Mama Thaiga will eat this. She won't lie. It might be her lunch and her dinner. Fuck, she missed. Because she can't really imagine Mama Thaiga enjoying such a westernized dish. But we'll give it a go. Because there's nothing really much else except for some leftover food. But she might eat it. She does like a croissant every now and then. Wrap the baguette in cling film. Yeah, she might just do that. She was trying to think if there's like a smarter way of doing it, but nah. You're right, it's just literally just cling film in it. Okay, right. Okay. What else can we add? Do you think hot sauce would be quite nice on this? Yeah, she thinks hot sauce would be pretty good on this. Hot sauce. We need those roasted tomatoes in there soon. Oh shit. You stay right there, gal. You stay right balanced as all things should be. Some pepper. Oh, there's salt pepper inside the omelet already. Okay, how is our pie looking and how is our tomatoes looking? Okay, she's gonna check on the pie because it is definitely crystallizing quite well. Oh, our tomatoes are done. Pie needs a bit more time in. Okay, tomatoes done, but we're gonna let them cool down ever so slightly before we smash them in to our dish, our weird amalgamation. You just ate and now it's making you hungry again. Are you hungry for what she would call she wouldn't call this a struggle, but this is a very luxurious meal, but it's a bit of a struggle in terms of like what the hell is going on in this sandwich. But it's the Tori Thaiga fridge kind of meal. Okay, some hot sauce. She's too full to think about dinner. She won't lie. She had a really late lunch and Mama Thaiga really wanted dessert afterwards. So she normally is not a dessert gal. So she had a coass like crepe along with her meal. And the meal was great. It was a Malaysian place. It was really yummy. But kinda like we went to 2 food markets, right? We went to 2 markets and they were so busy and the food looked so mid for the queue that like Mama Thaiga was like, no, we're not going there. So like she had to go look for a place. The one would have a dog there because a lot of food places don't allow dogs. So that was its own little adventure. But it was a really nice place. It was near one of the other markets. Really, really nice spot. Yeah, but you never do spicy stuff. Just don't put the hot sauce in. Okay, right. We need to put the tomato in. So let's grab our maybe 5, maybe a bunch each. Oh shit, it's hot. Okay. Ow, it's hot. Ow, ow, okay. Ow, 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 ow. Aha. Fork. Stab. 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 Get them juices out. Wait, hungry again? This cannot be the thing that's making you hungry. Okay, this is like... But to be fair, her standard of what a meal is very different. So maybe this could be like an amazing looking meal for a gal who doesn't really eat homemade food a lot. But this is a low key like what the hell is like if you ask her what the hell is this, she would not be able to tell you. She calls this her too good to go meal. Horror with spicy, your most sensitive spicy food in your family? It's because you're white. It is because you're a Caucasian. Listen, you can just say you're a Caucasian. To be fair, the gal she knows that can handle the most spice is actually white. So like, kudos to them, you know. They're playing their stereotype a bit. Rude but true. It's mostly because you just haven't been raised with it most of the time. Okay. Bloody hell. This is a sandwich, y'all. You know, she's gonna take a photo of it when it's like this, because it's quite pretty. She will admit, peppers, it's a bell pepper, Daniel. It's a bell pepper. You can handle a bell pepper. The hot sauce, fair enough. You might not be able to handle the hot sauce. But a bell pepper, if you can't handle a bell pepper, by God, you would not survive outside of like just a black pepper. Though she does know gals that can't handle black pepper, which also scares her. Like she fears people who can't handle black pepper more than she fears gals who can handle like Carolina Reapers. She's like, what do you mean? You can't handle a black pepper. Whole chili, eat a whole damn chili with more chili stuff. See, there you go. Oh, it's raining. Finally. Okay, right. Okay, she needs to wrap this again. Black pepper, whoa. She knows a gal who can't handle black pepper, and it scares her. She's like, what do you mean? Like, how have you survived so far? Sorry, raining here too? This is how she finds out you live 2 minutes down the road from her. She wonders if that ever happened, right? How spicy is black pepper? What do you mean? What do you mean how spicy is black pepper? Have you ever had salt and pepper chips or something? White pepper is nicer. She does prefer white pepper. But white pepper ground, like, you have to find it like mostly already like sorted. Like it has to be, most of the time it's already pre-grounded, but she likes ungrounded white pepper. Quite hard to find. Bruh, this is a sandwich. Oh no, that's our phone. Come back. Okay. Right. You don't get how people enjoy the sensation of their mouth basically being burnt? Yeah, so she likes spice, but she likes spice with flavor in it. So like, she doesn't like spice if it's just like sake of, like, for example, numbing. She doesn't really enjoy numbing chili that much. Like Sichuan and Mala, she doesn't really enjoy that much. She enjoys the taste of spicy food because it's normally mixed with other stuff. But again, if you're like intolerant to it, it does become everything. There we go. That's a fat-ass sandwich. It's funny but unlikely you live in Belgium. Turns out she's been lying to you all this whole time. She's lying to you all. She lives in the UK. Belgium sounds kind of fun though. You're very vibrant. Where are you from? Are you asking where does she live, or are you asking where is she really from? Because about times that she likes to answer the UK and they look at her like, but where are your parents from? Even though she was not born in the UK, she just likes to see what they're trying to ask. Okay, right, sandwich is done. Where we're going with that question? Welcome. She was born in Thailand, in some random sanctuary, and then she got shipped over like a critically endangered tiger when she escaped from the zoo. Yeah. Most people don't like licorice, but some people are addicted to it. She's not sure how she feels about licorice. She won't lie. She's like a bit and ahhing about it. Okay, she's gonna go test out the pie by poking stick into it. So if she was hungry, she would have made a gyudon, like a you know, a tasty gyudon-esque thing, but she's still quite full. She's not really sure what to do for like food. She does have enough food to do stuff with it. Oh, it is coming out clean. Okay. As long as it's coming out clean, it will cool down. Okay, she will put the... Yo. Fucking had a voice break just now. She's finally going through puberty. Let's go. Let's go. Rejoice growth spurt when you were going through puberty? She had a 3-centimeter growth spurt overnight, and that was wild. There we go, the pie is done. She's gonna have to leave it for like an hour to let it cool down and overnight in the fridge, and that will become a thing. Something you should eat for a long time. Yep, everybody has it. Kate, mate, welcome. She has a load of tomatoes left. Should we just have, what should we do with this? She kind of feels like a waste to not use it somehow. Any ideas, anyone? Any good ideas? We could just make a steak. Missed the 50% off rice balls, Tori? Yeah, but her dog needed to come back home for dinner. You want her to make tomato sauce with 2, 4, 6, 8. Wait, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 vine tomato. Look how small these are. Wait, you could get a teaspoon of tomato sauce. You got some really big growth scars on both your shoulders. You have stretch marks on your shoulders. That's crazy. She has them in where most girls have them, which is in between leg. So she has like she calls them her tiger stripes because you really can't tell the difference. oh, it's still popping. Okay, we could make a steak, but that's like too much food. That seems like a waste to make a steak. She could. There's just tears in the skin that can't repair. Yeah, which is fine. She doesn't really care about it. She used to be a bit self-conscious about it, but then she remembered who the fuck is seeing them, so she doesn't really care about it anymore. Like, the only gal seeing it is her gynecologist and maybe occasionally Mama Thaiga, because she's the kind of gal who walks around in her underwear. Just fine. What should we do with this? She feels wasteful. She wants to eat. She'll have dinner with this, but she doesn't know what to have dinner with. She have a steak would be yummy. She could just do a quick steak. Seems very bougie. She's not sure Mama Thaiga's gonna eat. Common thing women have? Fresh marks on their legs growing from puberty? She's not sure. She hasn't made comparisons, but she's pretty sure it's quite a common thing that people have. And when they gain weight. So, you know. Because she was quite a round gal, okay? She used to eat sugar mixed with coffee make, which is like coffee creamer, mixed with Milo, and just ate that by powderful. She was not a skinny legend when she was younger. Gal did not count macros. What? Yeah, that's what she used to eat when she was younger. Because she has not. What was the last part of Milo? She'll wait. She doesn't have any coffee cream, right? But what she would do, she would grab basically a tub of this. This is Milo. It's a type of basically it's Asian hot chocolate. It's in Africa too, but this is very Malaysian, very Thai as well. Southeast Asia, basically. She would have this with coffee mate, mix it in with sugar, just eat spoonfuls of it. Not melted, just spoonfuls of it. And that, she thinks, was the cause of her powerful weight gain when she was younger. But now, she's lost it all because now she's a gym rat. So, you know, that's great. Kate. Milo is kind of like Ovaltine. Yeah, it's Ovaltine with chocolate in it. Right. You're not even tall compared to half the boys in your year. Nah, something about new age kids, okay? Now, something about these, like, kids nowadays. Why are they so fucking tall? Why are these kids tall as She's seen some kids in like middle school uniforms and they're like 7 foot. She's like, what the fuck? Bro, how are you so tall? Like, kind of insane. Insane behavior, how tall they are. Right, she could have a steak. Both the steak she got is like way too big of a steak to eat. She has oranges. What could she consume in the span of a salad? She has some beans. Like the steak she has is way too big of a steak. So that, but it is two. She could just keep one and do a little steak. She could do a quick flat iron steak. She does have a steak. You're tall in circumference. You're horizontally tall. Crazy. Europeans keep growing each generation. See, she's quite tall for an Asian gal, but she's gonna hit 40, like 48. She feels like that's when life goes downhill for her physically. She feels like when she hits like maybe 50, maybe she'll hit 50, and then she'll regress to her old lady form, and should be the size of a little girl. Should be like your naturally shrinking. Yeah, that's gonna be her. But as Asians, we shrink at an exponential rate. We shrink like no gal's business. We like regress. We like become like R-shaped. There's no saving her, okay? Right. Where she needs to go grab her butter. She wants to use truffle butter to cook this. So she needs to go and find it from the deep crevices of her freezer. Okay. Got a frozen truffle butter. Okay. Just gonna move that across. Simple. This is not two steak. This is one fuck up. This is one fuck. Oh no, it's not good. Thank God. Okay, right. One steak out. Truffle butter sounds nice to eat right now. She got a whole frozen pack from Marks and Spencer's and it was great because it's lasted her for the last like a hella long time. She will lie, it's been a long time since she got this packet of frozen butter. She's not sure whether or not that's a good thing or a bad thing, but that she hasn't thrown it out yet. But you know what doesn't kill her makes her stronger, and she'll take it. Right, should she marinate this meat that's left over? Hey, Truffle, you want some blood? You want to be Dracula Truffle? Don't give her that face. Don't give her those big, soft, cute eyes of yours. Okay, melt the butter. We're gonna just simple black pepper and salt. You can reach ceiling with your hands. What if you just have really short? You can't use that as a reference because what if you have really, really short ceilings? You know, you can't gloat if your ceiling's just like 4 foot, you know? Okay, right. Heat high up. Let's grab tongs. Shove that in. Quick steak for dinner because mackerel's good. Steak yummy. Okay. She's not very good at cooking steak, by the way. She's not really a common steak eater because that steak is expensive. Right. Should we marinate the meat? By hiding stuff from short people? What the fuck do you mean hiding stuff from short people? She hopes you know, Zach. She hopes you know, Zach, that because we're short, we can kick you in the nuts really easily. So you best be careful with that. Okay, let's shove this tomato juice and olive oil in. Okay. Please don't set off the fire alarm. Please don't set off the fire alarm. Please don't set off the fire alarm. Or else Mama Thaiga would be disappointed. And Truffle will probably start barking. Okay, right, let's move this away. Don't beep, beep, beep. Expensive steak. It's a simple 2 packs of rump. It's a flat iron and a Denver steak, so it's really not that expensive. But it was still expensive for her to justify it often. Okay, right. Okay, once that is cooked a bit, okay, cook that through, turn the heat down. Okay, no, that needs longer. Okay, cook that through. That pie is settling. Any cut is good if you sear it right. Yeah, like she believes that too. But something about a rump steak just kind of slapped though. Okay, simple, relatively healthy, aka under 800 calories. A nice salad. She might put some balsamic vinegar on the salad, but no carbs, which is good. She'll put some balsamic vinegar on the. Okay. Almost. Okay, right. We'll let the steak rest there. We can finally clean everything else up. For a stream that's not meant to have a lot of mess, there's a lot of mess. Somehow she has created a significant amount of mess. But that's fine. That's fine. Balsamic vinegar. She got some when she was in what's the word, in Italy. So it's fancy one. It's a fancy balsamic. Okay, off the heat. Resting. Don't touch it. Let it rest. Let's grab her balsamic, wherever that may be. We could do balsamic. We could do something else. We could go for crazy filling. Go for something different, but no, she'll go for her fancy, sweet balsamic. If you think you're messy, you should see a cooking group. You have a cooking group? Okay, balsamic vinegar. Beautiful, beautiful. Some pepper. Let it rest for a couple of minutes. We're gonna do slices, and that's gonna be dinner. Simple, delicious, effective. We have 2 groups in our food tech. Yeah, food tech in school? She wishes she had food tech in school. It's a shame because when she was doing her GCSEs, which is a fucking long time ago, there was like the exam she did for design technology, because that's one of the modules she did. They had the bit where they showed you what like the food tech was, and one of them was design a sandwich. Can you imagine? You have to design a sandwich? What do you mean design a sandwich? Like, how are you spending 4 hours designing a sandwich? You know what she did? She made her test was an ergonomic recovery station for a veterinary clinic. That's what she made. What do you mean design a sandwich? How? What the hell? She was like, what the hell? Why is it designed? Why was the exam design a sandwich? And she came out of that exam being like, why was that the test for the food tech gals? She wished she had food tech. That would be really fun to actually learn how to cook. She never learned how to cook. She just she learned because she was frugal. There's no other reason for it. And she's okay at cooking because she loves eating. That's also a really important thing in cooking. If you love to eat, you end up knowing what tastes good and what doesn't taste good. You see? Give Truffle pets? Okay. Come on, Truffle. Come here. Would you like to say some few words? Oink. Oink for her. No? Okay. Truffle's like, nah, fuck you. Okay, right. Steak is kind of... She could turn off the aircon now. Because Truffle is overheating today. AKA when she got home. Okay, steak should be rested now. Let's see. She's not very good at cooking steak, so... Oh, that's nice. Oh, you know what? That's actually a good rare. Oh, that's good shit right there. It's a bit... No, it's actually more... No, that's rare. Okay, excellent. She managed to make it rare, which is kind of hard. It don't look rare on the screen. It looking kind of blue rare, but she does prefer it kind of low-key raw, so. Okay, perfect. She did not do a shit job at the meat, which is good. Okay, right. How do we present this to it pretty? A very down gift. Thank you so much for the gifted. Thank you. Zach, stop spending your money. Stop spending your money. Thank you. Nuh-uh. What do you mean nuh-uh? Think about your college. Think about university fees. They're apparently really expensive according to some of her gal pals that are going to university. Think about that. Think about university fees. Think about student debt. Don't do it. Okay. Right. Simple steak dinner. She kind of wants a nice dip for it though. She kind of wants a nice like sauce dip. If you go pick well, £7. Yeah, think about the 7% interest rate. Think about that. You're not going to uni. Gal's not going into doctor. Eh? So that's a thing in UK. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Student debt is pretty rough. Does she make a little sauce? She can make a quick sauce. What kind of sauce she can make a sauce. Think about student debt is wild. Kinda, you have to remember. Our little Zach here is a wee baby. Okay? Right. More pepper. Does she make a little sauce? Not going to be able to pay off your debt before it gets wiped when you're old? What age did they erase it? Like 40 something? You ain't that young? Listen. You're in the category where you can't buy cigarettes ever for the rest of your life. You are young. You know in the UK they ban people buying cigarettes if you're born after 2009? You know that? Like, that's kind of crazy. Dang. What, Truffle? She knows it's crazy. Yeah, they're putting ban on gals, any gal born after 2009, no matter how old you are. What, Truffle? What? What? Do you want a steak? Come here. Come here. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You want? You're like smelling it. Yeah. You wish that was you right now. You wish that was you. Oh yeah. Oh no. You can't have it. You can't have it, Truffle. You can't have it. You can't have it. You can't have it. Yo, you almost got steak. Oh yes. No, you can't have it. To be fair, she probably could actually, because it is just salt and pepper. You can't have a little bit of steak. Should we have? Is it? You know what? No sauce. No sauce. How do you keep activating hype trains? Because the train goes choo-choo or something. She don't know. She don't know how you're doing it. Tori's teasing Truffle as always. You might be allowed a little bit of steak because it is just salt and pepper. She just has to cut you a middle piece though. Not too much crust. Actually, no, because it has egg juice in it. Sorry, Truffle, you can't have any. It was made with the same pan. Anyway. Ta-da! That's her dinner. On Galhouse tonight. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the 2 subs. Thank you. She needs to take a photo of her steak. Very gal. Okay. Right. She got to move that. And let's bring over our pie, which has hardened quite a bit, but we need to put that in the fridge for about overnight, basically. It's oily though. Look at that. That's a butter ass pie. Right. You have 70K? 70K? What do you mean 70K? What, you got a PhD? Don't do it, Zach. Think about taxes. Think about taxes. If you're not going into 70K of debt, yours 10K, you probably would have lost gals to get. You're probably in the last bracket that was 3K a year, right? You have like 45K of student? No, that's a more. Okay, that's not. We're talking about student loans. We're not talking about normal loans. That's a you problem, okay? You got a mortgage. You think anyone in the UK? You think anyone in the UK can afford a mortgage right now? You know how expensive a house is? Unless you live in Scotland. Here we go, our pie. She'll send you a photo of this at the end, but that's basically it. Okay, right. She needs to go edit her schedule, so she's gonna go eat her dinner. Why is uni so expensive? Nah, you guys are screwed. Yeah, maid probably wasn't the. You call it 1.5 a year. You be part time. That's a part time loan right there. That's a part time university course if she ever saw one. Oh, thank you so much for the membership as well, Mungu. Thank you. Right, let's go find a gal to rate and redirect to before we start getting depressed about student loans. At least you're not an international student, because it's like 30K a year now apparently. Which, insane. What kind of job? You have to just be a doctor. There's nothing else you could do, right? You just have to be a doctor. Straight up. You just have to be a medical doctor at that point. What the fuck else are you gonna be working to work on that day? Crazy. Or just be like Tori and open a maid cafe. The pie is here. The pie is okay. Fine. She'll bring it back over here. There we go. That is her dinner, and her many things. Let's go find a gal to raid and redirect to. But we hope you have a good rest of your day. Thank you. Hopefully she gets to have some time to go and play on the Minecraft server. She really wants to go play on it, but she needs to finish off a few things before she can, which she should. Maybe. But she does have Taiga duties tomorrow because she decided, why not? AKA, she may have, she skipped out and worked from home. And now she has to go in on a fucking on a bank holiday Sunday? Bank holiday Sunday. But it does mean it's dead. So she'll take the W. She'll take the W. Okay, right. Let's go find a gal to rate and redirect to. Okay, we can go over to. We'll go over to Elia, who's about to start off a concert thingy. Wowie. Okay, raid channel. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Please send Elia as well as Cassis. We're gonna go over to Cassis over on YouTube. All the love, so thank you so much. She'll see you all very soon. She'll see you all on Monday. Yes. She should see you on Monday. She's not really sure what she's doing, but she'll figure that bit out when we get there. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Bye. She forgot you can still hear her here. Fuck. Oh, that's really awkward. She always seems to forget that, she always seems to forget. Oh, wait. They've ended the stream. Wait. They've ended the stream. Okay, she has to go somewhere else. Where'd she go? Fuck. Let's go to, oh, she's bad at choices. We'll go over to Ontario. We'll go, maybe, yeah. Oh no. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Oh, she's too old for this shit. She can't make choices last minute. She also needs to pee. So, go to Cassis. We're going to Cassis over on YouTube because she doesn't like doing doubles. It confuses her. Anyway, bye.